Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to the Vintage Story Guide. We are back in the world on this very fall day. We still have cuttings that haven't died yet. It's promising, at least for now. And as you can see, everything is turning yellow and brown. But we are going to turn gray, because today we are going to go and start the process, we'll actually continue the process in this second of 3-part series of getting our hands on some iron. In the last episode we put together a lot of fire clay bricks. We also made a lot of bronze tools. We have a bronze anvil right there. And we are basically ready here at home to start actually processing our iron, which involves, by the way, digging out all the charcoal from here, because this is now ready. Check it out. This should give us hopefully over a stack of charcoal. In fact, I'm pretty sure it will give us close to 2 stacks. And this is a good start. We will need to probably tear down some more trees at some point, but I think if we're getting into the Iron Age, this should be plenty. And there we go, we now have just about the same amount of charcoal as we do regular coal. And look at that. Anyway, yes, today we are going to head south through this translocator, which will take us down here. And we are going to go over to, if I can find it, here we go, right about here. Yep, we found some ultra-high hematite. And we are going to either dig down or adventure through some caves, take care of this waypoint while we're here, and then take a look and see what kind of iron we can find. I may also visit our luxury trader here, because I did notice that they are buying some gems, and I think we have, yeah, we have some low peridot, so we might go and make a bit of an exchange there, and I might even buy those pants, despite them being overpriced. Anyway, let's talk preparation for actually getting down there. We are bringing with us our mining bag, because we're going to come back probably very full of iron ore. And actually, we are going to also leave our small backpack here, our small reed chest, and we're going to bring a full-size wooden chest with us to carry on our backs and to bring back as much iron ore as physically possible. We're also bringing along a few building supplies, because we're going to build a little way station, a little mining house while we're there, because we might be there for quite a while and we might return to it pretty regularly in the future. So having a place to kind of call a home away from home is going to really help. And so we're bringing some glass for windows, some logs, some stone bricks, some firewood, a bed, and an extra wooden trunk, and I might even make a second spare wooden trunk just to make sure that we have enough storage while we're there. I think that should do. Oops, 3 more boards, apparently. On top of that, we are bringing along all of our mining supplies and also our bombs, assuming I can remember where I put them. That is a big assumption. Oh, they're in our basket. Of course they are. Okay. Let's get all of our things out of our basket. I was wondering where all of our other pickaxes went. They were in our basket on our back the whole time. So yes, we are now very full up. And I'm going to probably wait until the morning. I'm going to make us a pot of stew to bring with us. We have some chickens that I culled previously down in here. Well, their remains are down here. So I'll make some pretty hearty meals to bring with us, and probably bring along another spare bit of grain and fruit and veggies to make some porridge, and then in the morning we'll be on our way. Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's talk about what kinds of iron ore exist in the world. I have here a little setup displaying all the different kinds of iron ore in the world, what rocks you can find them in, and what qualities they exist in. And with the exception of basically just a couple different kinds of rock, almost all rock types in the game can support iron ore. Now, some are going to be less common than others because iron only spawns deeper down in the world. So finding sandstone or limestone or claystone, conglomerate, or chalk with iron ore, or chert and shale, these are all less common just because they're typically found deeper in the world, with the exception of limonite. In the real world, limonite is called bog iron sometimes, and that's because it kind of tends to appear toward the surface of the world. So you may find limonite relatively shallow in your world, and we have found that in the first season of the Vintage Story Guide. We found some limonite in either shale or basalt, I forget which. But as you can see, all the rock types that I have stacked up 4 blocks high can support from poor to bountiful. Everything 3 blocks high is poor to rich, and everything 2 blocks high is only poor and medium. So in these rocks, you will find inferior amounts of iron, typically. And even if you only find poor iron ore wherever you are prospecting, it is still worth digging out because, hey, it's iron. So beyond limonite, we also have magnetite and hematite. And these are what they look like in their respective rocks. They all perform the same function, however you cannot mix and match bits of limonite, magnetite, and hematite with each other when you are smelting them together in a bloomery. You do have to have all the same kind of iron ore. Speaking of hematite, it is technically the best iron ore potential in the game because the chunks are typically 5 units or 1 nugget higher than their equivalent chunk type of the other two. So bountiful chunks of limonite and magnetite have 35 units of iron bloom, or 7 nuggets. However, each bountiful chunk of hematite is 40 units, or 8 nuggets. Not a huge difference, but in the long run, it can pay off to find some bountiful hematite. Alright, lesson over. Alright, everyone. It is morning, and I have everything we need now. I did go ahead and put our basket back on our back, and we do have all of our building supplies in there. But I also have our extra food, some stuff to trade with our trader, and I even grabbed a storage vessel. I emptied out one of our ones storing the odds and ends and reeds and things in our house here to bring with us to store our grain and our fruit. So let's be off, and I will see all of you on the other side of our translocator. Alright, here we are, and I wanted to show you that there actually is a nice, easy way from here straight down to our merchant down here at the luxury goods trader, and that is straight down this way, and it's fairly open. There aren't a ton of trees in the way. It's kind of handy to have like a little waypoint right here, though. That way I know where I have to turn. But it's not super duper foresty. There might still be bears and wolves, but there should be minimal ones here. I didn't pass any on the way home after our adventures a couple episodes ago. And as you can see, just like that, we have a relatively straight shot down to our luxury goods merchant. And let's go see what they have. If it's the same stock as before, it might not be. Hello, hello. Hey, Rote. Okay. Oh, hey. So now you have the helmet and the sword. I was hoping for one or both of these. I did want to buy the legs, but I guess we're not going to get those. But you are buying both rough emerald and rough peridot for a reasonable sum of gears. Alright, you have yourself a deal. And what is this going to cost if I buy both of these? Ooh, 54 gears. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. But you know what? That's a pretty good price for that. That's a so-so price for that. But for the cosplay, we'll do it. Thank you, Rote, for taking a lot of my money. Well, we will have to make that up later, but for now, let's get over to our iron mine area, and let's start setting up camp. Okay, folks, we are basically here, I have seen there are some interesting caves to explore here. And that might actually be how we go about looking for our iron this time around, rather than just digging straight down like we usually do, which is my preference. But I think we have Pete here too. Nice. I do think it might be nice to actually do some cave exploration while we're here, and just kind of tick off some boxes. Whoa. Those boxes being these caves. Now, as far as setting up our home away from home, I think we're not going to just take that over. I think I want to build a little hut or a place right about here. Oh, and there is a trader right there. Well, hello, hello. You have a very well camouflaged little place right here, my friend. You are a clothing trader. Okay. Hey, Bedweer. Well, you're not my favorite kind of trader, but we will mark you off in the usual green. You find something new every time you come through an area, that's for sure. Anyway, folks, I think, yeah, we're going to settle right here on this little lump of land right here. It's got a better view than most other areas around it and isn't directly adjacent to too many holes that might just fall out into in the morning. So let's go ahead and I'm going to put down my basket and we're going to start working on a little hut. And there we go. Very simply, a little home away from home. And it's nothing fancy, but it will certainly do. Now, I do think we're going to want to have a little corner with some stairs or ladder down for a bit of a cellar, just to keep our lone vessel in. And let's go ahead and get that done here. And we'll top that off with a little bit of a door. And there we go. A perfect cellar. And a perfect floor. Look at that. Beautiful grass floor. I'm sure some of you are yelling at me right now, but you know what? This is a home away from home. And hopefully we won't be here too often, but I did want to just spruce it up a bit with some stone brick walls. And some real windows. Okay, let's get our extra trunks down wherever they are. Here we go. So I'm kind of thinking that one of these will be mostly for our iron, and the rest will be for our regular storage. So we'll just kind of start tossing things in one of these, like so. The bed, however, gets to stay out. The bed's going to go, I think, in this corner here. Right about there. And I guess I could have brought along a permanent light source, but you know what? We're going to be here so infrequently that I don't think we really need to. I think we will put a little fireplace right here where we can cook whatever meals we might have. Mostly porridge with fruit. And there we go. Maybe we'll tuck you in here too. Get you out of the way. Anyway, I think we're all set. I'm going to make it morning, and then we will be off down into the caves. Oh, goody. What a chorus that was. Good morning, everybody. I'm just here on a rooftop watching this bear chase something off into the sunset, and wondering if it would behoove us to deal with that bear and those wolves. Oh my goodness. I wish the bears and the wolves would go at it a bit. But I guess that's not quite what they do. There is also over this way a fruit tree, but I think it's probably beyond season to pick it. So if we do need more food, there are some mushrooms here and over there. Some red wine cap and some field mushrooms. Oh, there's more wolves. 3 of them. Oh, good grief. Well, we picked a rough spot to actually make our iron mine, didn't we? Well, we're going to hope that things go well above ground as well as below ground. It is a medium rift activity day, and I think it is high time for us to head on down and see what there is to see. Now, we do have here... So we haven't sampled down here. I'm thinking we should drop down into this area here and find out what kinds of iron we're looking at. Oh, hello, drifters. Of course there are drifters here. Why wouldn't there be? Down. Ooh, there's more, apparently. Oh my. Okay. I'm digging it. Let's see, so this way is all nothing. That's just another exit, looks like. Well, let's... My goodness. Some serious caves here. What is up this direction? More trouble, okay. And down here is probably that same place. Yes. Well, let's see what's down here first. A dead end. Perfect. Now, where are we? We're kind of above that chunk there, so let's go ahead and take a sample. Very high hematite. Okay. Well, oh, here we go. We can make use of our copper pickaxe and start wearing it down by making some stairs. I'm going to mark this off, both of these. We've been here. Like that. And then let's check out what is down one of these directions. Hello. Oh my. Okay, big ol' nothing here. Nope, you're next, buddy. Goodbye. What do we have here but a big... a dangerous hole. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. You coming? Yeah, come on, dude. Come on this way. I dare you. I really dare you. Oh, hello. Hello. Check it out. Would you stop it? Thank you. We have iron right here in the middle of this shaft. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's great. Okay, well, let's... You know what? I am going to... Not sure what to do about this. I'd like to light it up. It's temporary, though. Let's light this up. I want to light up whatever's over here. And then we will see about getting down there. I think we'll just do a bit of a bridge across here like that. And we'll just cut our way through here. This may also give us a better vantage point to see how big this vein is. Possibly. Oh, hello. Hello, friend. Oops, wrong button. Yep, go away. More of you? Go away. Go away. Push. Push. Okay, get some light here. What do we have up this way? Oh, a little hole they're coming from. Okay. Oh, wait. I just saw something in there. Like wood floors. What do we have here? Oh, we have a ruin of some kind. Alright. I'm digging it. Crawler. No. No, we have a translocator here. Oh, man. Is it safe this way? Okay, it is. Let's block this way off here. Just get this sealed off. Nice. Oh, this is a great find. Because we've already come due south. This could be a great leg. If this translocator links up somewhere farther south, this would be a great place to start a southerly exploration at some point. Where did he even come from? Did he fall from above? Okay, well, I'm actually going to block this off temporarily, because there's not much we can do here. We can take a look at the treasure, insofar as it's treasure. This is iron ore, but it's only a few pieces, and oh hello, more gears. Oh, darn it. It's not really going to break into enough pieces to do anything for us, so I'm going to just leave it here. I will, however, break the junk metal, get that fixed up a bit, and yeah, not too shabby. Empty crates, 13 granite stone. Alright, let's go ahead and we're going to just cordon this off a bit, like so. Probably bring a door for later. It could even be worth just digging up to the surface and getting some light in here. You know what? Let's do that. Let's go ahead and we're going to finish up this exit here to the surface, since we are so close. We're also close to Baratory here, my goodness. But this will, at least during the day, keep drifters from spawning in this room here. I'm going to cut some of these guys open just to get them out of the way. Nope, that's okay. Alright, so this iron is... We have 2 pieces down there. Okay. I think what I'll do is I am going to dig in like 2 blocks here. We'll dig in 2 blocks and then dig a shaft down, and then we'll take a look at what we have. And I will probably cordon this off again, like before, just to keep drifters from falling on our heads. Because if I don't, they absolutely will. Alright, here we go. Oh wow, it's Bountiful. Bountiful hematite in Paradoite. Wow. That is a find and a half. So I think, yep, there's the shaft down. I'm gonna keep like 1 block here just to make sure things don't climb up to us and that we don't fall out. But you'll see, of course, here that we cannot do anything with our copper pickaxe. It does require a bronze pickaxe. So let's go ahead and I'm going to take a look here. Uh-oh. Oh my. That's loud. Someone's here. I'm hoping we have a bigger deposit than this. Let's see. Do we have great amounts of iron nearby? Okay, we do have very large amounts. I guess we're just at the tail end of it. So let's go ahead and we are going to use our tin bronze pickaxe to get these pieces. Come back here. And there we go, our first 5 bountiful chunks of hematite. 40 units of iron bloom. That is 8 nuggets per chunk. That is a ton. I'm going to actually also just do that a bit. Just in case someone falls here or spawns there. I'm also going to drop a torch right there. So I'm going to try to find the approximate center of this deposit and then kind of try to cut through it to show you just how large it can be. Assuming I can find this deposit, my goodness. I bet it goes up over here, because the land above goes up. Yep, there it is, okay. Here's our deposit, right here. Alright, so this is probably most likely the center of the end of it. They tend to spawn in kind of large oval or circular deposits, And so once you find one end of it, if it's sort of sticking out like this, it's usually, but not always, the approximate center. So I'm going to try to cut down through this and take a look at how big it is, and hopefully we will find that we have a very large iron deposit here. Well, we got almost a stack and a half of Bountiful hematite chunks just from driving straight through this deposit here. That is enormous. That is a ton of iron. So I'm going to go ahead and say it now. This is our forever deposit. I don't know that we will ever need a second iron deposit after this. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stone this floor up just to make sure no creepy crawlies spawn. And then we will get on to how to really get all this iron out of here without spending half our lives doing it. So we have a great amount of iron in here, and sure, we could spend a very, very long time mining all of this out with our bronze pickaxe. If we were feeling like we wanted to speed things up, we could go back and start some smelting and smithing of this iron into iron pickaxes, but that would really only give us a minor boost in mining speed, really. If you look at the tin bronze pickaxe, this has a mining speed of 6x on ore, and the iron pickaxe has 7.5, so it would be a 25% increase, but we would still end up spending a lot of time here mining out all of these by hand. Luckily, we have brought the better way with us. Now, it is both a better way and a not better way, depending on what you're mining. Because these ore blasting bombs, if you read them, they say they have a 10% chance of destroying ores and a very high chance of destroying crystals and crystallized ores. So if you are mining out something that is a small vein, say of tin, and you're using an ore bomb, then if that tin only has, say, 20 or so blocks in it, you're likely to only get 18 pieces of tin chunks. And with a vein that small, that can be a real big difference. Now these iron veins, as I've shown you here, can be absolutely huge. And they can go on for 90, 100 blocks. In our case, close to about 80, maybe 85. Now, I also don't know yet whether or not this is longer than it is wide, or wider than it is long. This could be a relatively thin ellipse, and we might have already gone the length of it, and maybe it's only 20 or so blocks wide. That's still 15-ish worth of this. So 15 times a stack and a half, that's still a lot of iron. So we might be able to get some use out of our blasting bombs here. But I am going to actually leave first and come back in a little bit when hopefully it is a little bit lighter out and we have fewer things out for our blood. And like that, we are up again, ready to start our new day. And I've been hearing wolves basically all night. And there's a pack of about a dozen of them out in this direction, hanging out with some foxes. Well, they shouldn't bother us down in our mines, so let's get back to it. So in order to use your blasting bombs, you're going to need to be able to set them on a surface. So I recommend digging out somewhere, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, let's go 5. I think these have a blast radius of 4 to Zell effect, so let's go ahead and dig in here. There we go. Now they won't destroy ores that are already on the ground, so you're safe in leaving those there. But in order to use these, you need to place your bomb with right click, and then light it with a torch. And once it starts sparking, you want to run about 12 blocks away. There you go. If you don't, you will take a little bit of damage, but it's really not that much. And as you can see, it has already cleared out all of this ore right here. And we can just kind of dig our way through here and collect it, and not need to use a lot of durability from our pickaxes on getting this ore. Now you'll see that I am able to reach these ores from several blocks away, not that one, but if you are up against something and you press forward in that direction, it does seem to extend your reach a bit, so you can grab blocks that are like on the edge of a third block away. Now if you're feeling extra daring, you can figure out how big that blast radius is. It looks like it's 3. And you can then chain your blasting bombs. Now I'll show you how to do that, although I'm not quite the expert on this one. But we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th one, I guess, rather than the 3rd one, we'll go ahead and do our digging here, and place our bomb there, and then come 1, 2, and 3. Because we need to make sure that the blast radius contains the next bomb down. 1, 2, 3. And we'll go ahead and light this one. And I'll stand here just so you can see how much or little damage it does to us by being this close to it. So, goggles on. So as you can see, we took a very tiny bit of damage from that blast, those blasts, plural. But look at all of this iron. Wow. My goodness. Hey, look at that. We got a bountiful crystallized chunk. Now, when you are using blasting bombs, you will basically never get those, because these pretty much always destroy those crystallized chunks, unfortunately. So if you're looking for crystallized chunks, or looking to maximize the amount of ores you get from a particular vein, you shouldn't really use the ore blasting bombs. You will need to decide for yourself whether it is worth the time investment in actually mining things out by hand, or if you'd rather get as many ores as possible in as short a time as you can. It's up to you. I really can't say with iron. I kind of go both ways, because on the one hand, this is bountiful. So if we would normally get, say, 1,000 pieces of chunks from this, then losing 100 is actually kind of a big deal. On the other hand, we would spend a very long time mining out this entire thing by hand. So, hard to say. And as far as mining iron goes, that's about it. So I'm going to get down to it and start mining out as much or all of this vein as we can, and then once we're done, we'll pack it up and take it home. Well, well, well. It seems we have a bit of a cave here, don't we? With friends. Why don't we take a quick peek while we're here and see what kind of trouble we have going on. We have what looks to be some kind of underwater cave that is wrapping around into a dead end, and I do hear water, so I think this is just a little distraction. So, yep, what are you? Oh my. Well, that goes down even farther. I think that is beyond today's scope, so I'm going to go ahead and just cover this up for when we do get over here and are trying to blast our way through, or at least mine out. Whoops. These pieces here, I think we don't want to be falling down this shaft. Just a hunch. I'm also going to wall this off. Boy, this goes deep. Or fence it off, at least. About here. Just to keep creepy crawlies from accosting us while we are trying to work. And it is, of course, always a good idea to stone the places you've already blasted and been to. Ideally, I want to stone all surfaces, even the ones here that are 1 block high, because they can spawn some of the worst enemies in the game, such as bells and sawblade locusts. But that really isn't economical, so I think it's better to just stone the 2-block tall stuff and worry about the rest later. And yes, we get the weird water blocks that spawn inside other blocks. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and keep working on mining all this out. I don't think we're going to bring back all of it with us today, but I'm going to bring back as much as we can possibly carry. So yeah, I'll see all of you probably in about another day. I think we will have a very, very full inventory, and then we'll get moving on back home. Now that's what we're talking about. And it seems we've uncovered a second cave here. Let's drop a ladder or 3 and find out where it goes. Go up first. Oh my. We have some kind of large shaft up here. It keeps going up there. Let's take a look and see what there is to see. Nothing. And how about down? Down's usually more dangerous. Oh my. No. You're just one of you. Nighty-night. What have we got here? A weird split in the road. Ooh my. Now that is a sawblade locust. And we don't really want to get its attention, except that I kind of do. Ooh. Maybe we will come back to this one later. Just gonna wall that off right there for safety's sake. Now, sawblade locusts and bells, as I understand, don't actually despawn until you kill them. I think there's a very small chance they might, but I have, on many occasions, left an area for a long time and come back to find a sawblade or a bell right where I left it. So this is getting a little awkward back here. And it is morning. I do have a few more bombs that I've already placed I'm going to blow. But I think we're going to soon wrap things up. So I'll see all of you in a little bit when we are ready to pack up and go home. I kind of want to try taming that sawblade locust, but we don't have the spear with us right now. So I think we'll come back later for that. Anyway, I'll see all of you in a little while when we're ready to go home. And just like that, we have completely mined out this iron vein. It took about 2.5 days total, although that was since we started, not since we last spoke. And we have a very long and very wide iron vein here. It's about circular, I'd say. Maybe a little bit longer than it was wide, but ooh. And yep, like I said, you can have creepy crawlies that appear on 1 block tall areas. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of... Well, that won't do much, will it? Anyway, I'm going to cordon off a little area to get down to here, because beyond here is the little cave where we found that sawblade locust. So I'm going to use some of this stone here to make some barricades. We'll just line these up a bit like this. Whoops. And there we go. And then we can just clean up and take everything with us. Now it is night, but it is a calm night, so I'm going to get my shield ready just in case. And we will pop out here and head back to our little hovel amidst all of the howling wolves. And let's take stock of everything that we got. Okay, everyone. I have counted. I have done the math. In this trunk, we have 27 stacks of bountiful chunks of hematite, plus 47. We also have these 4 bountiful crystallized chunks, but I don't really count them because I don't like to smash these up. So, not counting these, we have exactly 71,000 units of iron in this hematite. That is 710 units worth of iron. I don't think I'm going to ever need 700 iron ingots, and I will eat my hat if we do. Now, getting this home might be a bit of a challenge, because we also have all of our other stuff that I want to bring home, as well as a lot of this green... I can't say it, guys. I can feel him watching me. I can feel his eyes on me. You want me to say it anyway? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it, but only once. Parrot White. I've spoken the name. He has heard us. We're doomed. We're doomed! Anyway, yes, bringing this back will be a challenge. We're going to have a chest that will carry basically this much, and then we have to carry the rest of this ourselves somehow. Somehow. I may leave some of the junk here, like the stones, this single flax fiber, and maybe some of these logs and things, but for the most part, I would like to bring as much home as we can. That reflection in the window is not quite right. Anyway, I am going to make some food to bring home with us and to munch on, and I'm going to make it morning, and then we'll be on our way home. Alright, good morning everyone. It's actually more like afternoon, but that's okay. We are hereby ready to leave, ready to roll and get home. We have here this chest that's going to go on our backs, like that. And, oh, we have some additional odds and ends I wanted to bring too. Let's see how many we can bring here. It looks like we have room for exactly one pickaxe. That's not ideal. You know what, we're going to leave the sticks and this almost dead regular axe here. And we'll bring these with us. So, we're going to be a little bit slower on the way home because this chest will reduce our walk speed to 95%. It's not a huge debuff, but it does mean that we won't be able to outrun wolves and bears as effectively. So we're going to have to be a bit careful. Now, I did want to try to find a route that goes up here. So we're going to kind of go off in that angle, but I do believe there are wolves up there. So we are going to swap out our shield into our offhand, and we're going to very carefully, but quickly, make our way out of here. Try to hit that hill if we can. I am very much looking forward to having iron tools, and eventually we will progress into the steel age as well. Now that's not going to be particularly soon, because I want to savor being here in the Iron Age for a little bit before we move on to something bigger and better. And so we will get to that eventually, but probably sooner than we did in the first season, because we have already found all of the materials that we need in order to progress there. We have the bauxite, we have the quartz, and we have plenty of coal and all manner of other things. Hello. Random ruin. Did not see you here. What are you? You're food. You can stay. But hey now, this isn't such a bad route home. This is an interesting area. This would be a really neat place to have built. If we had started in a place like this, building like on one of these plateau-y mountain things, that could be really cool. Like, that'd be really enjoyable. Have like a ladder up and have some interesting buildings up top there. We should also probably talk about this Forlorn Hope Estek before we get home that we bought earlier today. Now, this is in the same set as the Forlorn Hope armor. However, the Estek is already fully repaired. It was never damaged in the first place, I guess. And so we can just go ahead and use this. Now, this is one of the most powerful weapons in the game at 5.3 hit points of damage. Now, it's going to be reduced by us, I think. Yes, we have 15% less melee damage, so it'll be like more like 4.5 points of damage. That's okay. It is still the most damage that we can get out of any weapon. There are several other weapons that do the same amount of damage, including the steel falx, the silver and gold falxes, which are both steel falxes with decoration, as well as the blackguard short sword. Now, the Estek has the lowest durability out of all of them, being 650. I believe the blackguard short sword We can find out, actually. Staggered short sword has 1100, and a steel falx has 2125. So this is going to last about 1/4 as long as a steel falx. But that's okay. We're going to use it because we want to feel like the heroes of yore, and this is what they used. So we're going to use this when we go to the Resonance Archives. And the same goes for this helmet right here. We're going to fix this up, and we will be very fancy indeed. Hello, sir. Would you like to see my sword? I mean, not like, you know, the violent way. Just, did you want to see my sword? Yeah? Check it out. It's pretty cool, huh? Philly Pay? Got anything to trade? He's buying black bronze, nails and strips. Hey, bismuth bronze, tin bronze, and copper. So here we go. Here's a way for us to recoup some of that money that we spent buying the Estek and the helm. So you want 2, 2, and 2. Not bad. I might come back here soon. It's a little low for the glass. I don't like 1 gear for the glass, but that's okay. But let's get our little butts home and unload all of this iron. I'd say we struck gold, but we didn't really, did we? We struck iron. Now I think that we need to not put this in our current house when we're living in like peasants. We need to make some room in our inventory, apparently. I want to start collecting this armor and sword in our new house, and to do that we are going to make another armor stand, I think. And let's put you somewhere like this corner right here. Oh yeah. Since we can't put anything there because of the weird corners or ends of these beams, that is the perfect spot. So the broken helm and the Estek. Oh yeah. You bet. Well everyone, that is the tale of how we came home with 710 ingots worth of iron in one trip. I hope you enjoyed the episode and learned something about how to mine out your iron, especially if you have plenty of bombs on hand. I am looking forward to eventually exploring through that translocator we found, as well as possibly revisiting that Sawblade Locust. Probably not soon, I'm going to say maybe in the spring. In the next episode, look forward to actually putting this iron into some fire, and getting some iron blooms, and how to actually progress from iron ore to workable, usable iron ingots and tools. As always, my name has been Corazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.